Hello everyone, this is Daga, and today we're going for one hell of a ride with 4 monsters in a single special investigation. So this is going to be interesting, right? Seregios, Apex Rathalos, Magnamalo, and Afflicted Chaotic Gore Magala. Feel free to skip around if you want to. If you're just interested in a single monster, I should have their timestamps in the description down below, so you can use the YouTube chapters thingy to skip around. But if you want to watch them all, I'd like that better. So first things first, we're going after Seregios. I wanted to get under his crotch so he will turn around and I counter the roller. I think I did that in the gauntlet run, so you can watch that. That's not pushing him too early, but that's okay. You can just dodge the rowers, attack a bit, and counter this instead with your amp and ready to go. For Seregios, the focus is attacking his feet, your weak spots, and eventually he tricks some feet. But not always. Like, his break limits are quite high and his HP squats is still quite low. So will I get the trip or not? You have to watch and find out. For these double aerial kicks, you can just roll out of the way, or you can counter either one. I countered one earlier. So it kind of depends on the situation. But here you can just keep attacking him. And he does this. He'll do the spinning kick. We can counter this. And his follow-up depends on the distance after that. Since we're far away, he'll do the mega aerial kick. And this you can just get out of the way and hit his legs. If your back's against the wall, you can counter that and get a lot of hits, but it's kind of hard to do. It depends on your position. So back to double kicks, attack his speed a bit more. Once again, he's going for the spinning kick. The counter, he zooms past us, and then he's going for the mega aerial kick. I'm in kind of a pickle here with the bleeding. Heaven Sent got deactivated because it got too far away from us with those aerial kicks, but once Heaven Sent gets back up, we can just switch skill swap to get rid of the bleeding. We got a feet break too, and the special skill swap there. And now we can attack the broken fist to recover HP. I'm running Blood Right 2 here, so yeah, for consistency, because these monsters hit quite hard. And I hit the flash fly earlier, so send this run to our TA junkie friends to scare them. That allowed some free hits. And here he does the spinning kick, but he lands close to us, so he does this body slam stat. Focusing on the broken foot, so hopefully we can get a thread. Get out of the way here, counter there, and we get the thread, very nice. So here I go for the head. So I can easily hit the head over and over again. That's also a weak spot, as all Sunbreak. With the feet, I'd occasionally hit the KO or the wing, which aren't as good hit zones. So yeah, head's nice when his trip. Should have pressed B earlier there, but it's fine. Dodge this, dodge that. And Seregios is dead. Now I'm in a bit of a rush. When Rathalos is in area 9, like he is right now, he'll usually fly away to area 8 rather fast. So I have to get there, engage him pretty fast so he doesn't fly away, and then get him enraged fast as well so he also doesn't fly away very fast. And Magnamalo usually spawns in this area too, so if Magnamalo spawns here, then they can fight each other. I can get a ride from Magnamalo, which is a pretty good ride one. And that will also help with Apex Rathalos. So that's the plan here. The small monsters got him engaged for me, which was nice in that he doesn't fly away, but bad in that I don't get to counter the rower, but I could just counter the bite instead, it's fine. Coming the tail here too for good measure. Plenty of good hits on the tail. I could react to the Dread Crane Raffian bite there because it's not enraged, so it's quite slow. If it was enraged, I'd have to dodge that. You can counter it, of course, but I took way too long to react, that's my point. Okay, so Rathalos landed, we couldn't get a dunk, unfortunately. Takes off again. And does 2 fireballs, then on bit. And Yamp first, got the dunk first, that's very nice. Somebody had a bit, and Magnamalo's here, so yeah, we'll get that right. Fail stab, close to a bit. Here I prefer a counter because sometimes that Rathalos Fire Breath can hit me and that would be a one-shot at this health. It didn't hit me, so I didn't get him, but we can ride Magnamalo just fine. It's a bit too bad that Magnamalo engaged with Rathalos immediately rather than me. because if it enraged me, it would have Hellfire Detail, that would be more damage on the ride. But it's okay, Magnamalo is a pretty good ride regardless. We get the Mounting Punisher really fast, little damage, and get a fall from Rathalos, very, very nice. Here I'm expecting Rathalos to get up and go away. He changes area to area 8 from here. So I'm just attacking as he gets up. Attack a bit, and I even pause to fast travel, then I notice, whoops, I got the topple, so I unpause and go back to his head. This is very good. It will still try to change areas very fast after raging, but we'll get to fight it a bit more here. Was too slow that counter, but you're very close to smashing anyway. So that's what I meant with the Red Queen Firebite. I just dodged out of the way. I don't think I'd have time to counter there. So dodging was safer. I cancel here and I get hit by the first flamethrower, but that's okay-ish. Like staying attached to the head and getting hit by both would be worse, because that would mean I die. So yeah, not dying is good, kids. We would have thought, right? And here's Rathalos going away. So I do a manual reload before fast traveling. Manual reloads don't block you from fast traveling, so that's a very high IQ strat. Unfortunately, I have the low IQ strat of having normal Wet Fish Fin on my radio manual rather than the Wet Fish Fin Plus. So yeah, you can dunk my time by just using the proper Wet Fish Fin. How cool is that? And since it's been a while, Rathalos will have forgotten about me, so I attack the tip of his tail and counter the engage rower. Attacking the tip of the tail means I hit both counter hits on his ass, so that's nice. Once again, I prefer to dodge the Red Queen Firebite there. I think it's safer than trying to counter. But we can DSD his face, and that's a nice DSD opening. Because if he flies, it can get a dunk, just like that, if you're lucky. And he doesn't do 2 Red Queen Firebites in a row. So DSDing other moves is dangerous, because that Firebite is a one-hit KO. But after the Firebite itself, it's safe, because he won't do another one. Go for the head here, no dunk, too bad, but he got 2 dunks already, that's nice enough. Like this, like that, attack a bit more. Being very careful to not get hit. This flank was a bit annoying, but okay, his dad, so yeah, I think it was more annoying for him, right? Magnamalo is doing the northernmost part of the map, so I fast travel to the camp to go after it. That's area 12, right? So yeah, area 12, I didn't remember the number back then. But I see it's changing areas to area 10, which is where I usually would have fought it. So usually I'd fast travel to the camp and go down. But this time it was in area 12, just a bit longer, so it trolled me, basically. But that's fine, you can just chase after it. And I'll pick up the extra wire bug first, because it just ran out, so we can engage with Magnamalo and counter the roar. And since we attacked him a bit before with Rathalos, he roars again, he goes into raid mode, but that's okay, I have 3 bugs, so you can counter that as well. And you can counter this as well. This will be a very counter-heavy part, while I have 3 bugs. So yeah, great for that. Here comes another counter, whee! And another one, when he readies himself like that. I forgot he had Hellfire on his arms, so he does the longer launch. I thought it would just do a tail attack on me there. That's why I countered so early. It's okay. Counter this, but Magnamalo whiffs because he's a master feinter. And I'm feinting him in a different way to me rather than a knee. So yeah, top of the Mongo just being Zunga Boonga. And ready a counter right after that. Like usually when you ready counters, Magnamalo is very aggressive, so sitting on counter is usually quite safe. Should have sat on a counter there, for example. Let's sit another one here, counter this bite, you got the slam, very nice. Now you don't want to counter this because it does 2 of those. I think it's an HP threshold, it's not great mode. Sometimes it does just 1, but I trusted my god and it was 2, so yeah, it worked out. Kill that counter, but okay. No Hellfire in the arm, so it's just 1 arm slam. And I pressed B too late there, yeah, that was late. You can go through that, because I'm running Vader Wing of 4, but it's okay. Then counter the rower here. Wasn't hit by the first one because I'm running minus 1. Now this is a nice opportunity to heal. You have to respect his attack, and you need to counter and fall to them afterwards. So yeah, I had time to heal with the counter, everything fine and dandy. Like this, counter that. Everything's just fine. Well, and I almost died here. I got the bounce back just in time. That was nice, right? So no bug to counter this, so not so nice. Two flinches there, rather nice. Capture card working up a bit. Now I have bug, so I can counter the second blast. Once again to Hellfire, so dodge 1, dodge 2, evade wheel and breaks through the freeze. Attack him a bit. Like this, and ready a counter for the follow-up. Yeah, dodge that. Yeah, Magnamalo's dead, so only Chaotic Gore left to go, and oh jeez, this will take a long time. Once I'm recording this, I noticed saying Gore spawns only 12 minutes into the quest. Like, I'm only going after Gore 12 minutes into the quest, not even that. And this will go for over 20 minutes, so oh boy. Yeah, no, this is the tanky guy. So there's Gore. Since I'm already amped, I'll engage by attacking him and ZSing his brains off. Gore moves his head forward when he roars, so it's quite annoying to counter it in time, because the roar is also kind of fast. So yeah, I was amped, so I went for the ESP, it's a lot easier to do. Counter this and I'm back to being amped again. Blood lies above, so yeah, just use it. Here got scared. I could have countered that, but I was kind of playing it safe, you know? It was possible to counter, like, that's technically this play, but I wanted to be safe. Here I went for the switch skill swap just to resharpen. Had very little white sharpness left. Like this, attack there. Yeah, misplay there, but incredibly hard, kind of bailed me out of it. Yeah, once again, I was playing super safe. I think I had time to counter that, but rolling backwards was safer. Yeah, counter in case it does anything funny. I thought maybe I'd be in a position to counter the last hit. I wasn't, but just sitting around waiting for the middle blast would be too long as well. This was too slow to counter. Yeah, just keep going, ready to counter there, and it paid off. You can very easily counter that blast if you're already waiting for it. Rower, counter it, attack that, not counter, sorry. Oh, this attack has the Hunter Screaming Q way before the wing arm sweep. So when you hear a Hunter screaming about that, you have to actually wait quite a bit, don't go too soon. Again, ready to counter, and it went for the blast, so that was very nice for me, very bad for Gore. Get out of the way, not that, I didn't think I had enough time to counter. Yeah, the got the Afflicted Topple, so it's just bullying time. Chaotic Gore is very tame when he's exhausted, so yeah, just Bunga then Bunga until he gets mad again. Getting blood blighted is always a plus. It's just a buff, guys. So he fails with the purple bars when he tries this if exhausted, so it's just a huge opening. Now this is an actual attack, but okay, we had evade window. And yeah, again, got very spooked. That's very slow when he's exhausted, so yeah, I should have countered that. Do counter that, kids. And he's going to this bouncing, suffering thing. Yeah, I don't know what it's doing. Yeah, it's just an opening. And dodge that thrower, and keep attacking. Oh yeah, wait forever after the audio cue, but I think I was facing the wrong way, so the attack hit my back. And okay, at least I got blood blighted, so my HP will be back to full in no time. Look at that. Once again, wait, and roll way later. I didn't even go through the move iframes. Best thing they had, because I have Bloodlight, so it's mostly safe. Not 100% safe, but quite safe. I missed, I got Yarn, but okay, with Yarn we can eventually get a trip, get a break and trip it. So Gore got kinda lost there, changing areas. That was funny, right? I even clipped it because I thought it was funny. He first the attack buff, got the butterfly. And when he does that purple bomb, he stops your phone afterwards. So yeah, safe DSD there. Once again got Yarn rather than the head, it did that, but at least that didn't hit me with the strong hit. And the wing arm is closer to breaking, so that's something positive. Now hitting the arm there wasn't very positive, right? Very bad hits on value. Okay, wait for the blast. Attack the head. Once again, it's a bit slow to counter there. No, I don't have bugs, so you just have to dodge this. Hey, one side stab and it's all fine and dandy. So yeah, that was a fuck up. I should have just pressed VR. I'll blame it on Gore attacking my FPS in this area. That's worse, right? Oh yeah, wait. And roll. See? Just fine. Nobody ever gets hit by that. This is foreshadowing. Counter that, a fast counter for once. Get out of the way and attack him just a bit more. Dodge that fan, it's quite annoying. I got a bit greedy there with the attacks, but it's okay. It wasn't a one shot and get bloodlighted, so you can dodge it. And that's why I said you should wait to roll for that attack. Roll too soon and died. I told you that was foreshadowing before. Normally I'd abandon, right? But I've been trying this class for way too long, so I just wanted to get any decent that I've downloaded on YouTube, and I hope you guys can forgive me for carding, basically. But it's okay. Refresh the attack buffs. I had the Great Wetfish Fin Plus ready there, but I decided against stopping to sharpen. I thought, oh, I just trigger Heaven Sent and search skill swap. So here's Chaotic Gore, but he's in Shagaru mode, so countering the roar here is easier for some reason. Like, I could do it. And it blows up. So yeah, I carded just before it blew up before, so this is underwhelming, right? But okay, we can just leave his brains off and keep pummeling while he's exhausted, just like last time. He's very tame and exhausted, so just free damage. Not worry about the low battery prompt. Like, it still has like 1 hour or more of battery when that shows up, so it's fine. Did the choose search skill swaps there to resharpen and go back to Jarran Scroll. I'm running Day of Hellfire, so Blue Scroll literally doesn't do anything for these 3 checks. No element, only status. Dodge this, attack a bit, and turn out. So that's kind of annoying. But hey, we got a free win of damage, so that's kind of nice. Like that, and after the dive, he always stops the phone, so you can just see his brains off. This doesn't hit while you latch the head, so that's very nice. The one thing you want to watch out for when adjusting his head is the sweeping frenzy breath, like that will hit you and murder you. Bad positioning there, dodging the purple burst, but interrupting the heart once again bailed me out. Ready a counter, waiting for some turnaround attack, but it's just changing areas. Again.
Trying to get away.
But it's fine, right? You can just chase after it. Get durations going. I just don't like seeing my stamina bar kind of empty. It's meaningless with Heaven Sent, but I don't like it. So I thought it might do something funny, that's why I ready to counter there, and the funny thing was backstepping, so yeah. I got read like a book. Dodge this, no screen means you have to roll a bit faster. Ready to counter, back to him. Once again, roll kind of fast, no screaming for the hunter. Roll too soon there, but okay, we got blood lighted, so we can just get all of our HP back. so yeah, not a problem. He was going to do the sweeping burst there, but I got the head break and that failed me out, so yay! Darkness, blue eye comes up, but he's an afflicted monster, so we still have some ground to cover here. And got the Wing Iron break finally, so yeah, that's nice. Free trip, free damage, free everything. Counter that, very nice. For once the counter wasn't too slow. Way to go, me. Got that once again. I went for the CSD, but I missed, and I missed time to dodge there, and I pressed ZR by accident here. I should not have done that reload, guys. I could have died. But yeah, exploded Gore, and it's him who dies. So yeah, I could have saved some seconds there. Just over 20 minutes for 4 monsters. My original goal was no cards, obviously, and sub 20, but I've been trying this since like early May, with some time stop for Zelda. So yeah, it wasn't like straight attempts, but yeah, I settled for this. I thought, okay, this is fine. This is my usual raw set for Switch X at this moment. So Heaven Sent, and attack boost, and build up boost, and Adrenaline Rush because I'm a Sent for that, and Evade Window, all the cool stuff I really like. So Blood Awakening is cool, yeah, it's the cool kids thing, it's very cool. But for Moody Monster, it feels kinda lame, like they take forever to break parts. I didn't even break any part of Magnamalo, for example. And that means you're not running Heaven Sent. So yeah, you saw I had to switch skill swap for sharpness at some moments with Heaven Sent. So if I'm just running Razor Sharp or Master Touch for Blood Awakening, you can see that it would get very messy very fast, right? So yeah, we're all set. So I still prefer Heaven Sent for Elemental. I like Blood Awakening, but that wasn't the case here. As usual, thank you all so much for watching, and I hope to see you on the next one. See ya, bye bye.